Hello everyone, we're going to be talking about 2017, the good and bad of it. Okay, so in my opinion, there is some good things about 2017. For example, being sarcastic here, for example, Theresa May won the election. That was a really great thing. Yeah, really great thing that happened there. Yeah, bad stuff that happened. I'll tell you this now. If you guys don't like what I'm about to say, because you're upset about the whole situation itself, then either quit watching the video or not really man up, but watch it, because I'm gonna explain why it was all so why in my opinion 2017 was just pure shite. Okay? Why it was so shite for me anyway, and for the whole world. So I'm going to start off with something that we all really didn't want, but happened anyway by pure luck, I guess. Donald Trump became president. We didn't want that because we knew the guy was an idiot. Turns out now he could actually be a nice guy, but there was claims against him that, for example, apparently he raped women. Those are the claims against him. Yeah? Not very nice claims against him, but those are the claims against him. Okay? What about... So it was this year. Yeah? It was either this year or last year this happened. A bloke named Simon Brodkin, or as his stage name goes, Lee Nelson, one of the best either hoaxers or pranksters in the whole of the UK, pranked him by doing this. So he's got some Nazi balls, some Nazi golf balls, okay? And what you don't know is he threw all these Nazi golf balls onto the thing, because back then Donald Trump was, if you could say, quite racist and sexist is the way he put it, and he did this to either show that it was either good to do this or bad to do this. I can see that one person has joined, don't know who it is, but first off, can I just say, if you don't like any of the terrorism stuff that happened last year, then I advise you not watching this, because this might make me cry as well, and I don't normally cry at stuff, okay? I actually wonder if they're putting anything in the comments. Okay? Now, next thing that happened after Donald Trump became president. Next thing that happened is... is the terrorist attack. The terrorist attack that happened was so big. I mean, look at it. The Prime Minister went into lockdown. She might not put the whole country into lockdown. She put herself into lockdown. No offense to Theresa May, but that's kind of selfish. She should have been out there either looking for answers or trying to figure out what was going on with the terrorism, in my opinion. And it's so sad as well, because so many people died then. It was terrible. For me, 2017 was one of the worst years the United Kingdom has had. We've had so much shit last year that we didn't even know how to handle it. I mean, look at Grenfell, look at that Ariana Grande concert. We don't know how to handle this stuff. I will tell you why we don't know how to handle it. We don't know how to handle it because it's happened before. Trust me, it has. But it's never happened, like, it never occurred happening again and again and again. Because last year there was so much terrorism, racism, sexism, so much of it. And it kind of made your blood boil because you didn't know what was going on. You didn't. It's kind of hard to explain if you know what I mean. It's just sad. Next thing after that terrorist attack, the next thing, Ariana Grande concert. Just terrible. Terrorism bomber blew up the stadium. Yeah. One person is left. They might cry at this. Blew up the stadium. Sad thing about this is that Ariana Grande has been through a lot this year, if you think about it, because she was in one of the terrorist attacks. It was her concert that got struck with this. It's just terrible. I can't imagine what she's feeling like. I can't imagine what she felt like last year, Ariana Grande, after what happened with the terrorist attack. It's so sad. After that terrorist attack is One Love Manchester. That is One Love Manchester is one of the best things that ever happened in 2017. It brought the whole of Manchester together, and it showed that even if you do this, even if you do terrorism in Manchester, it will not stop what goes on in the community. It will not stop what goes around it. The Ariana Grande concert was so sad to some people. People died. People got injured. If you saw on the Ariana Grande concert, people running away. Hotels were offering up rooms. Random people were trying to help because they knew how sad and how bad it was that the terrorism was going on, and it was terrible. It was horrible. I mean, if you look at some of the people that actually helped them, God, I mean, even a homeless guy helped them, even though the homeless guy was actually stealing from someone as well. It's terrible, okay? And after the Ariana Grande concert came the One Love Manchester, probably one of the best things that happened in 2017. That concert showed so much. That concert had so much support, so much community. So many people went there to show their love for either the injured or dead in the Ariana Grande concert, or they went to that massive ceremonial thing that had a bunch of flowers everywhere. Nearly every single police in the nearby area was there just to protect it. We saw Coldplay was there, Justin Bieber was there, Little Mix was there, Black Eyed Peas was there, a bunch of people, even Liam Gallagher was there, really good singer. Now, I'm going to move on from the One Love concert to another thing that is very distressing, Grenfell. God, this is still going on now. Yesterday I watched something on the news about the cladding. They're still talking about this. It's amazing that what happened last year is being talked about April now. It's amazing. That also got a lot of support, and also a lot of fraudsters as well. People who claimed that they were in Grenfell but they weren't. Also, another thing that happened in Grenfell, I think it was Simon Cowell. He made tons of singers write a song called Bridge Over Troubled Waters. That song was for the charity of Grenfell to help them, pretty much get on with their lives. That's practically. That got so much support. It was put on iTunes. It even got to number 1 on the charts. Yeah? It got to number 1 on the charts, and it was probably one of the best songs of 2017, in my opinion. They put so much heart into that song because they knew how much hurt it had given people. I mean, look at it. People went missing. People died. People got injured. It was horrible last year. Not just for me, but for everyone in the whole of the United Kingdom, in the whole of the world. It was just terrible. Another thing that happened. Spanish Rebellion. Because Calderon is I don't know what it is now because it's been forgotten about, but a place in Spain wanted to go independent. A place in Spain wanted to go independent, and the Spanish were like, no, you're not. You're not going independent at all. We're keeping you. We're banning this vote. I don't know if this is true, but is it against their human rights that they're not allowed to vote? In my opinion, I think it is. It's freedom of speech that they weren't allowed to do that. So, sorry, is Spain not in the UN or something? Because if they are, then they shouldn't be doing that. Moving on from that, there was another terrorist attack actually in Barcelona. If you guys didn't see that, well then, very big actually. There was apparently there was a bombing there. Bombing there actually. Very bad. I don't like to talk about this stuff because it makes me cry. Yeah, I'm talking about it because it has a meaning. Because it's still going on now, and it's terrible, and it shouldn't be going on now. It should not be going on now. It should be over. It should be done with. After the bomb in Barcelona, fuck this fucked up the United Kingdom. This Theresa May became president again. Yeah, became president again. Not president, prime minister. Why the fuck did I say president? Prime minister again. Labour could have won the vote if kids would have voted. If kids over the age of 16 would have been allowed to vote, Labour would have won. I don't know if this would be good. I don't even know if Jeremy Corbyn could run the country, but I know Theresa May can't. That's my opinion on this, okay? That is my opinion. I don't think Theresa May can run this country. I mean, look, we've had a poisoning attack. We don't even know if it was Russia. Some people might disagree with me with that, but we don't even know if it was Russia. It could have been anyone. It could have been America. Because, in my opinion, if it was Russia, they would be dead. And if it's America, it wouldn't be Donald Trump. Let me tell you that right now. It would not be Donald Trump. It would probably be the FBI or the CIA. Because if it was Russia, they would have succeeded. And those people would have been dead. But they're not. They're recovering. Which is amazing. I know this is 2018 I'm talking about now, but still. And then after the election, there was something about fox hunting to Theresa May. You don't need a bunch of horsemen. What you need is an overflowing bin and a brick. That's all you need. That is literally all you need. Like, what the fuck? And then she got voted, which was a bad thing, in my opinion. She has fucked this country up really badly. Yeah? So I'm in the middle of the year now. So halfway through the year, there's been a ton of terrorism, racism, bunch of shit has gone on. Next thing that was big though. Hold on a second. I'm gonna get something. These are papers that I have collected for this specific subject because I was appalled by it. Absolutely appalled by it. You guys can see the reader? Rocket Man on a suicide mission. North Korea. Let's talk about that. If you don't like this, well then, you're in for a treat. This man, Kim Jong-un. Yep, the person like he left. This man, Kim Jong-un, made a very, very bad thing when he I just realized another one that I picked up. Macon lost. as leader, say senior Tories. I'd like to thank the 2 people that watched. Yeah, but you didn't know I say that. Anyway, this is appalling and shouldn't even be happening. Kim Jong-un was trying to literally blow up the world. There were even YouTube videos made of this, right? And if Kim Jong-un would have seen them, he literally would have done it. He would have fired the nukes. In The Sun, there was an article saying 3 nukes, yes, just 3 nukes, could destroy the whole of the Earth if centered correctly. How crazy is that? Yeah? People made YouTube videos, laughs about it. It was not a laugh. I was scared because if he succeeded and he actually, shot them off, we'd all be dead. You guys don't know about nuclear attacks, right? They kill. They don't just blow up. They release radiation everywhere. If the radiation gets into the air, you'll die. It's poison. For fuck's sake. Alright? It's horrible. And it was took. It was literally took fairly done with. They stopped doing trade units. The UN thought, fuck it, we're not going to do trading with North Korea. So they stopped that. Stopped all trade deals and all that. And then, he was doing more nukes. Earthquakes were happening. First off, my parents told me to stop worrying. I was like, okay. I kept on seeing stuff in the news, the papers. It was absolutely horrible. And I kept on reading about it and it was horrible. He's stopped now. He's actually stopped making the nukes now, but it was terrible. Terrible. Very terrible. So that sort of went on from July, I kind of think, till August. Or midway through September. I'm not really sure, but it still carried on this year, but then he gave up. Well, not really gave up, but kind of stopped. I don't know if he thought about what would happen to the Earth, about what would happen to him as well, but yeah, he stopped. He didn't do any more then. Saddest thing ever was, so the saddest thing so far for me was the terrorist attacks and the concert by Ariana Grande. Not One Love, the other one, the one that terrorists blew up. Yeah, so after that, let me think. After that, there wasn't, in my opinion, there wasn't really much apart from the other terrorist attacks. And it's just, it's terrible. I mean, in my opinion, there wasn't really many good things that happened in 2017. You can write in the comments if you want, and you can either disagree with me or agree with me. But for the whole country, the whole world, not that much good stuff has happened in 2017. Good stuff are happening now because the world is actually starting to see sense now. I mean, I know I'm a 15-year-old kid. I shouldn't even be talking about all this shit. How do I even know all this? It's mental. What happened last year is still happening now. And to be quite honest with you, I don't know where all this is going, but it's just terrible. It's just terrible. Not much really happened at Christmas or anything like that. So I'll go on to now what's happened, the revelations of what's happened through those things. Terrorism hasn't really stopped, but it's reduced. Hasn't really stopped, it's been reduced, but another thing that caught my eye was gangs. Do you know what our choice of weapon is? It's acid. knives. That's our choice of weapon. That's what people around here, around Hale, around Altrincham, around Manchester, around London, they use knives and acid. Gangs. That is another terrible thing as well. It's just terrible. I don't even know what's even happening anymore with life, because it's just absolutely terrible that what's happening with all this now. I'm not done yet. I'm talking about this year now. This year now. So not that much has happened this year, apart from the fact that they're still talking about the Grenfell and a bunch of other stuff. I'm gonna say how this has affected normal people's lives now. Some of the things that happened last year has affected people's lives. I don't know who this really is who's watching the live stream, but if you've watched a lot of the Coronation Street or the Emmerdale series, right now you know that some of the things that happen on them or them kind of shows are what happen in real life. I mean, look at it. I don't know when this exactly was, but an old man got arrested for killing someone that broke into his home. Okay? I've looked this up. An article came up about whether the man deserved to die. And are you allowed to do this? The answer to your question is yes, you are. You are allowed to do this if it is legitimate self-defense. So say if someone is armed and you know they are armed, then you can provide, then yes you can do some self-defense. Not necessarily killing the person, but you can do that. I think this is where I'm gonna end the live stream. Either tomorrow night or Sunday night, I'll be doing another live stream about effects and causes of some of the outbreaks around the world. Or are we talking about something that's happening at this moment in time? Thanks for watching. I would actually like to know who the person is that is watching me, if it's either one of my mates or if it's just a random person. But thanks for watching, and I'll just talk to you while I do. Peace out.